Hi guys, it's Gav here from dartsonet.tv, and as you can see, I've got Matt Doe with me. I know we keep speaking about it, but the winning Disability World Cup captain. Thank you so much for joining me, Matt. It's a real honour to have you here.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been good.
We've had an absolute awesome time. We've done a live show. We've played some legs of darts. It's all going to be on the YouTube channel. But I also put a tweet out and asked many of you guys if you had a question for Matt. And as you can imagine, there's quite a few come in, Matt. So first up, one from Charlie Gray, a super fan of the channel. He wants to know, what is your favourite PDC final that you've ever watched and why?
There's been so many great finals, but I think the best final for me that I've watched is Taylor Barney.
Yeah, incredible.
So much drama, leg for leg, and Barney coming out on top. Wow.
Did you ever see him coming back when he went that far behind, or did you think there was a massive twist in it?
Well, I don't know. It was so hard to tell the game of darts, but it was just it was for a neutral watching the game of darts. It was brilliant.
I loved it. It was incredible, wasn't it? That was the final when, if I remember rightly, it sort of maybe got back at Taylor a little bit. He was sort of taking them the mickey a little bit with wearing the Barney shirt, weren't he, the Dutch one? And then he changed it at half time and it all went pear shaped.
Yeah, and Barney won it.
Incredible.
It was a great final.
So there you go, Charlie. Next up, we've got Liam Martin. What's his favourite checkout, and do you have any darts player that you support?
I haven't really got my favourite checkout, I suppose, is the one I hit, but I do like a 164. That's probably my favourite ton checkout. Favourite player, I mean, I like quite a few, but I'd probably say James Wade.
Yeah, James Wade. You look a bit like James Wade.
There's a lot of similarities between me and James Wade. Even in interviews, there's similarities. So I've got to meet James 3 times. He's so funny.
Nice guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Absolutely love watching him on the board. Andy Rouse, what is your practice routine like, hours per day, etc.?
Depends what I need to practice on. I'll admit that I'm not the world's greatest practicer, but probably the last couple of months or so, I try and at least have half hour on the board, even if it's just to practice finishing, the big checkouts, setting up big checkouts. I've got so many different practice routines, but probably more at the moment. I would probably focus more on me ton checkouts and hit me doubles. So I do like 1, 2, 1 in 6 or
what we've been playing today. Connor absolutely loves that, doesn't he?
He did, yeah. We didn't do very well.
we didn't do very well.
No.
You did well.
Right,
we didn't do very well, Matt. You
dead weight,
did well.
Dead weight. But no, it's I tend to do that, or I'll do another one where I start on 61. If I get it in 3 darts, I go up to 10 to 71. If I don't, I go down 1. It just depends on when my game needs work.
Yeah. So there you go. Absolutely brilliant. Stephen Passmore, what's your thoughts on the BDO demise?
It's a very
grey area.
It's I feel sad because I know I knew of Ollie when he was alive, because I used to play darts with his son and his grandson in Hertfordshire. So it's very sad to see the demise of what was once a great organisation. But it's difficult. I mean, we all want to play darts.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and I think that's the goal.
There is too much divide in darts. There's too much, since, like I said, I've said it on my stream a million times, since I've been involved in darts, there's a number of things that I personally don't do anymore, because I cannot, obviously I'm not going to mention it, but I know there's players that don't get on, there's managers that don't get on, there's organisations that don't get on. It's a real, what's the word I'm looking for? There is a lot of, what's the word?
Tension. Yeah,
there's a lot of tension in darts that I certainly didn't know about, and you know, there's a lot of haters out there, and it's tough. And unfortunately, maybe the BDO, looking back, should they have took that money when Barry Hearn offered it to him a while ago? I
always thought that the BDO was always going to be the PDC's breeding ground. You know, if you enjoyed your darts and just wanted to do it for fun, you played the BDO. You want to go and make a career of it, you go and do the PDC. Yeah. That's what I thought.
He also asked, and do you think that MAD will be a success?
It's interesting. I'm still getting to learn about it, so I can't really comment. I can see it's sort of linking with the JDC kind of thing. So
I'm a little bit lost with it all. I think it's going to be really good. Obviously, JDC was successful, but I'm lost with all the different things out there at the moment and what people can play. There's only so much. As much as you love darts, you know, there's only so much county and Super League and different. You know, there's so many organisations now that have been set up, Matt. I don't know whether I'm coming or gone, to be honest with you.
No, you're right. It's for us dart players that just want to play darts. It's all a bit like,
where do you go?
Where do I go? You know, with the disability darts, it's pretty much the same. It's the BDDA, and that's pretty much it. Obviously, you've got the World Paradox, which is interlinked, and also we've got to decide which way we're going as well. But we'll probably looking at the UKDA. That's probably my opinion.
And the future's looking rosy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Very rosy.
Nick McCartan, what exactly is the criteria to be considered a disabled player?
It is such a popular question. I get asked this so many times, and I give the honest answer is, in truth, I'm not 100% sure, but I know it's sort of very similar to the Paralympic guidelines. But anyone that's unsure, I always say, speak to Sarah. She's the lady that does the classification, so she knows what is and what isn't. So if you're unsure whether your disability covers under our categories as such, it's best to speak to Sarah.
Do you know what? Is Sarah the sort of person that might be good for me to sometime maybe even get her on the even Skype or do something over Skype and actually ask her that question, because it is a question that everybody always want to know. I know that was one of the first things I asked you.
I mean, also I'll speak to Sarah at some point, and I will get her to sort of actually clarify. It's such a I can't think of the words I'm thinking of. It's such a, I mean, myself, I mean, you've seen me go. I do have quite a clear mobility issue, but I only just got in. You know, it's whether they can do it safely.
Right.
Is the key thing. It's like for someone that's got Parkinson's, for example, if they get about the shakes, are they safely going to be able to throw a dart?
Yes, exactly. There's actually a question on there about that a little bit further down, actually. How do I get into disability darts? I'm disabled myself. I'm not sure how to enter.
Right, probably the best thing
That's
to do.
from Jack Daldry, by the way.
Yeah, Jack Daldry. I think I know Jack, actually.
Okay.
His name rings a bell. I think I know his Uncle Phil. But the best thing to do with that is to look on Facebook, if you've got Facebook.
I'll put the link down here. I'll get Matt to give it to me.
Search World Paradox. There's a page, there's a group. Request to join that. Speak to one of the organisers on that, and they will tell you whether your disability is actually classified as enough to play as the World Paradox. There is another organisation that I will say, where for those that are like autistic, or on PIP or whatever it's called now. Which is what they call the Compre side of it, which is the WDDA side, which is a complete different side to the BDDA, which Ted McMillan and that runs.
Okay.
So there's something out there for everyone, and the key focus is just to get everyone playing darts.
A sport that we all love, without a doubt. Great. And actually, we're going to end it here. James, I've had Parkinson's this last 4 years or so, but I have to use a walking stick for balance all the time. Any idea how I can adjust my game to accommodate the walking stick? It's not really helping my game at all.
A lot of it depends on whether you need the walking stick to be beside you when you walk. Or, because I know there's a gentleman called Paul Gelder. He walks with a couple of walking sticks, but when he plays darts, they're nearby. They're not essentially right beside him.
Would you be allowed them beside you?
You're not allowed them beside you, but then it's then finding a position that's comfortable for yourself, that it's not going to bother your throw. It's a difficult one, because obviously I can't speak, because obviously I don't have a stick or anything beside me, but you get guys.
But there's plenty of people out there and support and people that you can ask.
There's people with a leg missing and the hip missing. There's people with an arm missing. So everyone has their own different techniques as such. So by all means, if you want to message me on Twitter or follow me on Twitter or message me, I will put you in touch with someone that is in a similar situation to yourself, and they could probably guide you what's the best move.
And again, I will put Matt's link below to make it very easy on Twitter, so give him a follow, and any questions, Matt's absolutely awesome. I know that he will help you out. And for me, I know I asked earlier on the live stream, Matt, about where do you see you know, disability darts in the next 5 years. You've got great sponsors, you've got lots of people, there's a lot of support, there's a lot of work going to it, and it sounds really exciting times. More and more countries getting involved, New Zealand and all the different bits. But what about Matt Doe?
What about Matt Doe? Well, he's a proud part of the BDDA. He's part of Big Five. Put one there.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant, aren't they?
They're looking after me. We've come to an agreement in February last year, or this year, sorry, at the Dutch Open. They're going to financially help me, which is huge for someone like me. And obviously Super Darts. Super Darts have, wow.
We so want to review some of these Super Darts. We heard lots about them,
and you know what, Per and Phil are two lovely gentlemen, and the guys there are so supportive. We all get behind each other, and it's almost like I have to keep pinching myself. Like, hang on a minute, I really have my own darts players.
Yeah. But good on you, Matt. You know, you've worked hard to where you've got to.
Yeah.
I've seen a little bit today. If I'm being totally honest, me and Connor had a chat when we went off and got the Chinese tonight. And I said to Connor, I said, oh, Matt's just awesome and different things. And I knew you was good, but I didn't expect you'd come and, especially on the steel tip, like I say, the first time you did really well on the Nexus tonight, but it was the first time you played on it. It's a totally different game. But on the steel tip tonight, you was banging in 180s for fun.
Yeah, it was about, I think, 5 in here.
Yeah, about 5.
Including the ones on the
Exactly.
Nexus.
And we only had a couple of hours on there because obviously we had to prepare for the show. It was important that we had something nice to eat, have a catch up and some time on the Nexus. So, and Matt, how far can you go in the game?
I'd like to go as far as possible. I'd like to challenge myself and go Q school, purely for the experience. I don't think, you know, I'm at the quality where I'll get a tour card, but I'd like to do the experience. But for me, I'm playing well at the moment. I'm enjoying my darts. I've got this lovely dart that's been made for me, which is being released at the end of September. And yeah, it's been tough this year because the world's been my oyster, but it's been shut because of coronavirus.
But 2021.
But 2021, it's just going to be. I honestly feel like a little celebrity. I know it's like sounding really big, but it's mind blowing. I'm just a normal lad that plays darts.
I'm blown away because for those you just see the live stream, this interview is obviously afterwards. Matt's just given me some prototype darts that he helped design with, what was the name again?
Tony Littman.
Tony Littman, absolutely incredible. I'm blown away. And also his shirt, which Matt's going to sign for me, and I'm going to get framed by A1 Framing. Listen, Matt, it's been an absolutely awesome day. I'm hoping that you're going to come down again, be on another VIP show. We'll look after you, stay with us. It's been absolutely amazing, and I'm blown away, and I wish you all the best, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure. Really appreciate it.
I love it.
And guys, for everybody that watch, support us, keep smiling, look after each other, stay safe. Don't forget to turn the notifications on, and don't forget to subscribe because it means the world to us. And me and Matt will catch you all next time. Bye.